Hey everyone, this is Mike,
Hey, and this is Josh.
and we are Real Dead, and we are looking at the 2025 horror movies that's came out so far, January through March. Some of these were wrapped up in filming at the end of 2024, but they didn't really come out to 2025.
Right.
And I've seen 9. I think Josh, you've seen what, 7?
7, yes. And we are ranking these today. And
From
like I
worst
said,
to
I mean,
first.
huh?
From worst to first, right?
Right. And I think we will probably talk about this as it goes on, but I'm not sure it's been very strong for horror so far in 2025, Mike.
We said the same thing in 2024, and it ended up coming back strong towards the end of the year.
Yep.
There's a couple movies in my list here, though, I think that are really good, and I think they'll hold up this year. So,
I do too.
but there's quite a few stinkers in here. And speaking of that, we'll start out with number 9 for me, and it is the movie The Damned. Um, I was okay with watching this. We'll go into it a little bit more. It had a 91 score from the critics, which was great. A 47 from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes. But overall, it was worth watching to me. But out of the 9 I've seen, it was the worst so far. So I'm gonna put The Damned as number 9. And I'm not going to go too much further than that because I know Josh did see this one. We'll see where he put it at in his ranking. Number 8 for me was Dark Match. Josh, I think, watched that one as well, so I won't go too much into that one as well. That was the wrestling with Chris Jericho and some other, kind of not really well. There's one really well known actor in it, but it just didn't hold up for me. And it's number 8 for me. We'll go ahead and go with from 7 to 1 now because I know Josh may turn around and say the same thing I just said on these two. All right, so now we're going to our top 7. And Josh, what is number 7 for you?
My number 7 is The Damned. I thought
Okay.
this movie, I did not go to the theater and see this. I actually got it on Amazon, but me and my wife both watched it. To me, it was just way too slow paced. I liked some of the things they did. I thought some of the story was okay and some of the sequences that were pretty creepy. But for me, it was just way too slow and boring to me. And that's just me. That was my opinion on it.
So yeah, me and I'm not going to. Well, I don't want to give too. I don't want to give a lot of spoilers because it's the first 3 months of the year, and people may go
Sure.
back and watch some of these. But it is slow. It does have a kind of twist at the end of it, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yep.
But overall, me and my wife watched this the other day, and she kind of thought it was a little bit below average. So that's why I also had it at number 9. So number 7 for me is a movie that actually has done pretty well. Actually, no, that's the next one up. Sorry, is a movie I just saw this weekend on Shudder, and it's got John Lithgow in it. The acting in this movie, I think, is really good. I mean, some of the best I've seen. The problem is it's again slow, and it takes place in a retirement home. I'm not going to go into details of what happens. John Lithgow himself is excellent, but it's the role of Jenny Penn. And a lot of people were thinking it's, one of the best horror movies of this year already. It's got really good critic scores. Actually, it's a 72 and a 57, so it's not too great. But the audience score is not that bad on it with a 57. It's not quite fresh. But again, it's going to be number 7 for me. And it's going to take me a while to type this in because there's a little bit longer title
Yep.
to it. But it is a Shudder film, though, and it was produced in 2024, came out in 2025.
Yeah,
So, Josh, what about number 6 for you?
I've always really liked John Lithgow. I've always
Yeah,
enjoyed
he's great. He's a
Yeah,
great actor.
he's a really good actor. My number 6 is Dark Match. I did end up renting this last night to check it out.
Was it worth the money, Josh?
We do have a review on it as well, a full review from Mike if you want to check that out.
Yeah.
But no, it was free because we buy a bunch of stuff from Amazon, so we get free credits for movies and stuff. So it was free, you don't have to pay anything. But it was I don't know. It was okay. It was an interesting concept. I mean, Chris Jericho. I mean, he's starting to get more movie roles. The guy is a horrible actor. I'm sorry, he is. He's not good. Um, and I do like the guy that played, what was his name? Joey, the guy, kind of like balding, but he's kind of looks kind of like a
He's been around a
badass.
while. He's a good actor. I can't remember his name off the top
Yeah,
of my
he's
head.
kind of like a badass, but he was in Grand Theft Auto 5, a video game where he was really popular. He was in The Walking Dead. He played one of Negan's generals in The
Yeah,
Walking Dead,
yeah.
one of his top dudes, and he was a slime ball in that too, of course. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do like him as an actor. I think he's good. I think the lead actress, an African American woman, I thought she was pretty good in it.
It to me, it needed more wrestling. It didn't have enough wrestling. And that's
No,
just
it
my
did
opinion.
not. I will
I
I
don't want
will
to go
say,
into too much details, but I wanted more wrestling in it.
right, and I did think some of the kills were kind of cool, though. I
Yeah.
mean, there was a lot of blood and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's number 6 for me.
It had a lot of potential in it. And that one, a 68 from the critics, no score from the audience yet on it. Number
Yeah,
6 for me, this is the one that is so far this year, the highest grossing horror movie, if I'm not mistaken, what Josh told me.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And it's the critics like it. It's a 79 from the critics, 57 from the audience, but it's called, I think it's called The Monkey or The Monkey.
Yep,
I saw this at the theater. It's a comedy horror. To me, it leans even more into comedy. Um, the horror part of it, there's some good kills in it, but it just the first time I went and saw it, I got sick. I had to leave the theater, so I tried to finish watching it later on, and it just lost me, man. Just for some reason it did not resonate with me. Um, and again, according to the audience, 57, which is average for
yep,
them,
yep.
and it's done really well at the box office, though, right, Josh?
Yeah, I think it's the highest grossing horror movie this year. I don't know if that's saying a lot, but it's had longevity. Like it's still in the theaters. It's like week after week, it's still putting some money numbers out there.
And it's
So
got Perkins as the director. I mean, it's got some good cinematic. I think it's worth watching, and I'll let the audience decide if they really like it or not. It does have some good kills in it. It's just
yep,
somehow it lost me throughout the movie, and when I tried to pick back up on it, I couldn't grab hold of it again. I don't know
right,
why, but
okay.
number 5 for you, Josh.
My number 5 is a movie that we did a review on as well. Actually, I think I did a review on all these movies. Um, but that one is Cannibal Comedian, which is a movie that I think just came out on Blu-ray not that long ago and DVD. And I thought it was an interesting little film, more comedy here, comedy and horror mixed again. I think that's kind of been a theme this year, I feel like, Mike, so
Shoestring
far.
budget. It's an indie
Shoestring
film.
budget,
Shoestring budget.
indie film. I do recommend you go out and see this movie or try to see this movie. It's very different concept, which I did enjoy. I know not everybody's gonna like this movie, obviously, but I definitely think you should give it a check out. I think it's kind of, and some of the comedy is kind of funny. It's demented, but it's
Very
kind of
dark.
funny. Yes.
So I've seen that movie as well, and believe it or not, it's a little higher on my list. I'm going to put one out there, another Bloomhouse movie out here. That again is worth seeing. Make your opinion on if you like it or not. Really got bad critic score of a 50 score with the critics, 56 from the audience, which is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And that to me is Wolfman. Really had high expectations for this, didn't quite live up to my expectations on it. We did a review on that earlier this year as well. Um, don't want to get into too much of the because I know Josh saw this and he'll probably have it higher up on his list, but it's worth watching in my opinion, and then you can make the decision if you really like it or not.
Right.
It's got some pros and cons, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's number 5 for me.
Well, number 4 for me is Wolfman, Mike. So we're about
Okay,
right there. Wolfman, I thought Wolfman was interesting how they went about making them a werewolf, but it wasn't a traditional werewolf. It was more of a disease where you transform and these things happen to you over time. It's not an immediate transformation like in like Werewolf at London or some of these other ones. It like takes hours and hours for you to transform. I mean, it takes a while, and I don't even think we saw his final form at the end of the movie, Mike. I really don't
No.
think we did. I don't think he was all the way transformed yet. He still had some humanity in him. That's why that's why the movie ended the way it did. I feel like that he still had a part of him left. Um, and yeah, I did enjoy this film. I thought it was okay. I thought some of the things they did were cool. It didn't totally work, obviously, with the audiences. So I guess back to the drawing board with I think a more
Well, it's got a
traditional.
great actress. I think, I don't know if we said her, Garner,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
And the male actor, he's really good as well.
He was pretty good. I thought I thought the acting was pretty good. I think I think people just went to this movie expecting a more traditional werewolf story, and that's not what they got. So I think that hurt it.
Yeah, and I think what really hurt it, and we talked about this in the preview, was the horrible advertising they did for this early on with some guy dressed up in
Oh
a suit
yeah, that
suit
was
doing
bad.
some, and he looked horrible, and that kind of put a bad taste in everybody's mouth probably ahead of time.
Well, that was supposed to be the other character
Right.
that was a werewolf, Mike. So, but yeah, you're right. They didn't do themselves any favors with that.
Uh, so my number 4 was your number 5, and that's Cannibal Comedian. So,
Mm.
hey, this is an indie film. Sean Heights, I believe, is his name, right?
Yeah.
That directed this. This again, dark comedy. Listen, you can go rent it on YouTube right now. If you're not into dark comedy and kind of making fun of things like that have to do with cannibalism, you don't watch this. You're not going to like it. Some of the kills were pretty good. Special effects for the dollar value. Again, shoestring budget. But this is a good example of, to me, where you may love this movie, you may hate it, but in my world of seeing 9 movies, I've got an indie film with shoestring budget at number 4 for me. So I did like this movie overall,
Yeah,
better
me
than
too.
some of these multi million dollar productions out there.
Right. Okay.
Number 3, Josh.
Number 3 for me is a slasher, and that is Hard Eyes. Hard Eyes is number 3 for me. I did enjoy this. This also had a lot of comedy in it. Um, and I did love just going to see a slasher, Mike. I mean, the guy was like brutally killing people. I did like that. The ending was okay. I didn't think it was anything great. I do think one of the killers was kind of obvious. Um, and yeah, I thought Mason Gooding, that guy is going to be a star, Mike. I mean, he's already a star, but I'm seeing a
Yeah.
big star. He's got something about him on a screen, man. I mean,
That's
the
why he
guy,
keeps surviving the Scream movies, right?
yeah, yes, he has a like a I don't know what the word is, magnetism. I mean, the guy's a good
He's got a
actor,
lot of charisma. He's a young, good
charisma.
looking guy. I mean,
Yeah, right.
he's got it all.
Right. He's gonna be a big star, I feel like. And hey, I don't mind him while we got him in some horror movies. That's fine. I mean, like you said, both Scream 5 and 6, he pretty good. This movie I liked him in. I thought he was fine. The main actress, I thought she was really funny in this. So yeah, I think this movie, and I like The Mask. I love it when it
Mask is
went
pretty
dark,
cool.
when it went dark and then the eyes lit up like the red. I thought that looked really cool. So yeah, I did enjoy this movie. I thought it was good.
You'll
I do
definitely see a
see
part 2 of this coming out down the road. It's too
right.
much money to make.
Yeah, I do see people kind of giving this movie some backlash though. But I mean, for me, I thought it was I thought it was pretty good. Number 3 for me.
All right, so number 3 for me, and 3 and 2 can kind of swap for me. Number 3 for me was a movie called Presence. And I love the ending of this. I'm not going to spoil it. We actually talked about it and did a spoiler part of this as well. If you want to go
Yep.
back and watch that, um, it's a different take on a movie. Kind of like more of ghosts, talking about ghosts and stuff, but it's a different type of horror movie. And the ending, once you find out the ending of it, to me, it has rewatchability of wanting to go back and watch it again to try
Yep.
to pick up on what you might see at the end, because when we first watched this, I think Josh and Michelle and Michelle and myself watched it a day between each other, and there was some things picked up that neither one of us realized both ways. I saw some things that Michelle and Josh didn't see, and then they saw some things
Right.
we didn't see. So I
Right.
definitely think this is worth seeing.
Yes.
And it's number 3 for me.
Well, Mike, it's number 2 for me. I thought this movie was really good. I did like the twist in it too. I enjoyed the twist. And then it had another twist in it at the end. So it had like 2 twists in it, in my opinion. I like this movie. I did enjoy it. I wasn't super, I think when I can said that in our review, I wasn't super like hyped about this because I was let down about a movie that was from the point of view of a killer already in that slasher movie. I can't remember what that was called at this moment, but I was like, okay,
That nature, violent
oh yeah,
nature.
in a violent nature. So I was like, okay, like, is this gonna be a ghost just floating around? Like the dude was walking in fields and stuff. We had to watch it. So like, you know, but I did enjoy this better than in a violent nature point of view. So yeah.
So this has an 88 critic score so far. Now the audience score is not that great with a 52, because I think people don't pick up on the ending of it unless you really. I mean, it's easy to miss the ending of it.
Yeah.
And what the director was trying to mean in it. So
Yep.
watch it, and then if you didn't pick up on it, go back and watch our video, and we'll talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah. I
So
do think,
number
like you said, I think it has rewatchability though, Mike, for sure.
So number 2 for me, and it could have swapped with number 3, is Hard Eyes, because I'm a slasher guy.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, I really did like Presence. Hard Eyes, 81-77, 81 from the critics, 77 from the audience. It had, the ending of it wasn't the biggest fan of how they ended the movie with
No.
the killer reveals and stuff, but I did like the very opening of this was awesome. It
Oh
kind of
yeah,
grabbed me
great.
right off the bat. Yeah, had some really cool, unique kills. So I definitely, if you love slashers, horror type movies, which hopefully it is because you're watching this, Hard Eyes to me is one of the movies that I think will hold up. I think our top 3 for both of us will hold up for the rest of
Yeah.
this year, being in
I
the
mean,
top 10.
and I think it's gonna go down as like a movie people watch around Valentine's. I mean, it's gonna be like, My Bloody Valentine. It's gonna be like Valentine. It's gonna be like, one of those movies that people are like, oh, okay, I'm in the mood for like a Valentine horror. I'll pop it in. I think it's gonna be there. So I think me and Mike.
I think our number 1 could be very controversial. I think we both have the same one, because I'm looking
Yeah,
at
we
your
do.
list. I'm looking at my list. But some people consider this a sci-fi thriller instead of horror. I count it as horror, but I could
Me
see where
too.
some people would see sci-fi thriller instead. But Josh, go ahead and say what it is.
So our number 1 is Companion.
Agree.
I was pleasantly surprised by this movie, Mike. I thought the main actress knocked it out of the park in this movie. She was really good. Jack Quaid has really made a name for himself in
Boom.
in
He's like Mason Gooding.
yeah,
He's
he's
killing it.
really well, and they were in a movie together, Scream
Right.
5.
Yeah.
So, but he's really kind of made a name for himself. He just had Novocaine come out. I didn't see it, but our buddy Gregory said it was good. He was in this year, which like I said, he's really good at playing this type of character too, like kind of like a jerk and or whatever, and manipulative. He was that way in this movie. He was that way in Scream 5. I mean, he's good at playing that type of character. He's kind of unassuming because he kind of looks kind of nerdy a little bit or whatever, or dorky. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, definitely is a good actor. And like I said, she did a great job too. I thought the ensemble cast was pretty good, like the cast they had around them. And yeah, I just really liked the premise of this movie. And there was a couple twists in this movie. If you went and seen this movie blind without watching a trailer, I think you'd be surprised at least a couple times, right, Mike?
Yeah, I would. If you haven't seen the trailer for this and you're watching this somehow on a replay or something, don't watch the trailer for this. Just go ahead and rent it, go see it, whatever. This is the only movie out of the 9 that I've seen twice, and I saw this in the theater. Then we were on a cruise ship and they had it again, and my son had not seen it, and we watched it again. And the rewatchability was just as good. I enjoyed it just as much the second time as I did the first time. This movie to me is fun. It's funny.
Yep. Yes.
It's got you're pulling for good people and bad people, and you don't know who's good and who's bad, and it's just a fun movie. And it's kind of lighthearted, but
some serious stuff in there
there's
too.
There's some serious stuff in there, but you're just like the music playing in it. Me and my family were dancing in the theater in our chairs because the music sound for this is really cool. So, but I can see where some people might say, "Well, man, that's really a sci-fi thriller, not really a horror movie." But there is some killing in it. There's some some blood and stuff in it, and I think you kind of have to include it in horror because it is shocking. But I can see where some people can say, "No, I don't really count it that." But to me, it's great acting.
Yes.
It's well written. It's funny.
Yep.
But you brought this up earlier, Josh. Look at this. Out of your 7 movies, how many had a lot of comedy in it, like horror comedy?
Companion, Hard Eyes,
Cannibal Comedian,
Dark Match.
Yeah, so you got 4 out of your 7.
Yep.
Had a lot of comedy in it.
Yes.
Mine, Companion, Hard Eyes, Cannibal Comedian, The Monkey, Dark Match. So 5 of my 9 had horror / comedy in them. So
right, it's a big year.
I don't know what happened. I've not seen this much in even 1 year, but over half of my movies in the first 3 months is comedy horror /. So it's kind of odd.
I don't mind it either. It kind of gives some levity to the movie. I mean, I like a straight horror movie too, where like Hereditary, where there's like no comedy whatsoever to be found. I like that too. But I mean, I can enjoy a little bit of each. I think that's fine for me. I know some people hate it though, Mike, but I think it's fine.
Yep. Hey, so tell us what you guys think. Have you seen these? How would you rank your movies so far this year? I know some of you are totally going to disagree, Josh and I.
Yeah,
we do not let each other know ahead of time how we rank these. So it just so happened that our top 3 was identical. And I do think that those are the best 3 movies so far. I will say this, Josh, I think we have to inject this here is The Woman in the Yard, I think, or whatever it's called, just came out last week. Neither one of us has seen it so far, and it's getting a lot of
controversy,
pro and con about it. So we may include that one in our April, May, and June review because it just came out at the end of this month, and this is April the 2nd.
Right. So we're going to try to do this every 3 months. We're going to try it for the first year, just something different. It was Mike kind of wanted to try this, so I thought, why not? So we're going to try this for a year, just go over the movies and rank them, and hopefully you guys check it out.
Yep. So next one we do will be for the movies in April, May, and June, and we'll add The Woman in the Yard to it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good one. Have a good one, Josh.
See you now. Bye.